Hey everyone!
Hi!
Welcome to week 2 of Travel Talk. We've been really having fun with this. And so this evening we are going to be talking Walt Disney World moderate resorts. But first I'm going to let my co-host over here introduce herself.
My name is Christy, and I am Christy's Corner, where I do things Disney, Harry Potter, style, makeup, unboxings, 5Ks, recipes, DIYs, and travel. I'm your friendly neighborhood travel agent, like Spider-Man.
And for those of you who don't know, my name is Lena. I am half of the Hall Family Adventures. Travel is our thing. I'm also a travel agent. Christy and I are actually both agents with Magical Enchanted Vacations. So if you have any vacation needs, you can feel free to DM either one of us on Instagram. You can message us on Facebook. Information is in the description below. So tonight we are talking moderate resorts. Hello,
Randy.
Randy. I've been calling him Ryan.
He probably didn't even notice.
Wow.
You got the first letter right.
And he's so nice to not say anything.
He probably didn't even notice.
I'm so sorry. Oh, all right. So I have, there are several moderate resorts. And I have a list here. And what happened? Where did it go? It was here. I just had it. What happened?
No. You're breaking the stream already.
I broke it. It's all my fault. Okay. Oh, I just didn't scroll. I scrolled up was what I did. Okay. The moderate resorts are Coronado Springs, Fort Wilderness Resort Cabins, Port Orleans French Quarter, Port Orleans Riverside, and the Caribbean Beach Resort. Currently, only 3 of them are open. That's Coronado Springs, Caribbean Beach, and the cabins at Fort Wilderness due to pandemic. But I'm really hopeful that they will open Port Orleans soon. At least hopefully, because I want to stay there.
I had it booked at one point and then switched to Animal Kingdom Lodge because they were offering free dining. So that's why I switched.
Yes, that is one thing about the Port Orleans resorts is they typically are excluded from free dining promotions.
It's because they're smaller resort than the others.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which one do we want to talk about first?
Let's see. What do I have up first on my end? That's not it. Maybe it is.
Hi, Eric.
Okay, it is it. I have up Coronado Springs first.
Okay, I have stayed at that one. I stayed that one in 2017. So a little disclaimer here. I stayed at this resort while they were under construction for the new tower and while they were doing room renovations. I stayed in a very brand new renovated room. We were the first family to stay in it after its renovation, and they were still renovating it the day we got there. So when you answer most things, so when we got there and we checked in, I will say they were slam packed. This was like fall break for everybody in October, right after Pandora opened. It had opened a couple of months prior to. The resort is very much a convention center resort. All the people looked very corporate. They didn't look like they were about to go have fun in a park. They looked like they were going to sit in a bunch of conference rooms. So it took forever to get checked in. We ended up going to dinner, and we didn't even get our confirmation that our room was ready until like 11 o'clock at night. Now, again, this was during the construction and during like all the renovations. Pretty much almost the entire building that we stayed in was closed. There were only like 5 families staying in that room, in that section, because the rest of it was being renovated. When we got to our room, there was a wet paint sticker on the wall, and it smelled like wet paint. The lights wouldn't come on. The other family that was with us, their magic band wouldn't open the door. The phone didn't work in our room, so we had to call from the other phone down to the lobby. There were no towels. There were no toiletries or anything. They completely forgot to stock it. So it was a very rough first day. Luckily, it was not a park day for us. It was a very rough first day. But the rooms, the renovation was on point. It's like all the newly renovated ones. They have beds that you can tuck your stuff under so it's not out in the way. It's fake hardwood. They have the sliding door instead of the curtain. It's very nice. It really is. The property is beautiful. Back then, they didn't have the bridge, so it took forever to walk around unless you're in the preferred section. But now they've got the bridge to where you can walk through. So from my perspective, when I first went, I was like, I'm not staying at this resort again. We had a horrible experience. But I've compared it to other experiences I've had since then. And because the renovations are done and the tower is complete and the noise level is now way down because it's very loud there, I would definitely try it out again. Their pool is really cool looking. It has a water slide. It's like one of the coolest looking pools on Disney property. And the staff was actually nice to us. The couple we were with said that the staff was not nice to them, but to us, the staff was nice.
There you go. So we are using touring plans for our info. It's a really great source of information. Hold on just a second.
I didn't know you could get rid of us on the side.
Yeah, it's just like making someone big. You're just making the shared screen big.
That's nice. I did not realize you could do that.
I know, right? You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
All right. So this is touringplans.com. If they do have a really nice subscription service, I've subscribed to it before. They've got like crowd calendars and a special app and stuff. I like it. If you like a little bit more detail for your trip, definitely do a subscription to Touring Plans. So this is something that I kind of like about Touring Plans. It kind of tells you, and there is a self-parking fee. It's $20. It's in the Animal Kingdom area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a note to make. You're going to be a long bus ride from every park except for Animal Kingdom.
Yep.
So if you're planning on spending a lot of time at one of the more popular, or like one of the popular parks, one at like Magic Kingdom or something, maybe not stay at Coronado Springs. And we didn't know that going into it. We didn't realize how much time you actually spend on the bus. And it's a lot. But I will say that the bus rides, because they have so many stations on that property, you don't feel cram-packed in there, except for maybe at night if you're leaving after fireworks. But in the mornings, it's really smooth going. Everybody gets a seat. You don't feel crammed up. Not like when you're staying at a value resort when everybody's waiting in a line to get on a bus. So there's that. The benefit of having multiple stops. You don't ever really feel crammed when you're headed to the park.
So here are some pictures of the resort. But you can see bus stop and cabanas are that way.
Yeah, they have different sections for sure. We stayed in, and here's another like tip for you. If you're staying anywhere, you could always be like, I'd like a standard room, but I want it as close as to preferred as possible. And that's what we said, and that's what we got. We were literally in the preferred section, but we were like the very last room or something.
Yeah, that is something really good to know. Like, especially if I know for me, we still plan to go pick up like our complimentary luggage tags from the check-in desk. And you can, if you if you don't check in yet, you can go up and say, hey, kind of like Christy said, I'd like a standard room that's, closer to X area. And they will try to do what they can to help you.
Yeah. Like we stayed at Pop, and I know we talked about value last week, but we asked for a room in the as close as we could get to the Skyliner, and it was pretty close.
Check-in is now at the Grand Casino Tower. It is the main entrance now that all the construction is done. So just note that is new. And then here's some more pictures. Obviously room tours. They shipped our tags and we got them again when we picked up our magic bands. Well, I'm glad. And here's some rooms of the rooms of the picture.
Okay. The rooms, like every renovated room, you know how they used to be very, very Disney themed. Now it's very much subtly themed, including in like Pop Century. It's pretty much subtle theming. Instead of going over the top theming, all the renovated rooms are very subtle. And there's a whole lot of port jack ports, whatever they're called.
USB port?
Yeah, to plug your electronics in.
Mm-hmm. So you can see that they do have the sliding barn door as opposed to the sheet shower curtain. This does a lot more to block out like light and stuff if you're trying to get ready and someone else is sleeping, or you're trying to get your kids to bed and you're hiding in the bathroom until they go to sleep. So here's kind of a layout of the room. So definitely sink. I like that it's a duo sink because obviously it's going to be a little bit bigger mirror. Toilet, a bigger mirror, and then here's two beds. You can see lots of space, and I like how they've done the bed because you can slide your luggage under your bed. Just like make sure and double check like with the flashlight of your phone to make sure that you don't leave anything. Hello, theme park adventurers, welcome in.
I will say if you leave something, they will ship it to you.
Yes, they will. I had a phone call when I got off the plane home that we had ended up leaving like 2 shirts and a Delta plane blanket, and they mailed it all to me. Yes, I am going on the Branson trip, Christine. All right, let's keep going here. I like how much workspace they have. So if like you have to do some work, like you work online or like editing blog photos or some videos, you definitely have enough space to do so.
I utilized that area because I was the only person that did my job at the time, and I had to take my computer with me, and I had to log on and work when I got back from the park.
So the big water area, the pool. They have a really nice pool at Coronado.
They do.
And they do have some quiet pools. They have playgrounds for the kids. And dining. Maya Grill. I've heard like good things and I've heard bad things about Maya Grill.
Haven't eaten there, but we ate at the quick service that they had there, and they've changed the name since I was there. The quick service was a little lackluster. Yeah.
And then here's just some more photos. So the next thing we're going to look at is a map. So it's going to be a lot of screen sharing, stopping screen share, pulling screen back up. So here is Coronado Springs. So here is the main area. It does have a convention center on it. So it is one of the more busier resorts because it has a convention center. So that is something to be aware of.
Something I'll mention, and if it may not be there anymore, but it was when we stayed, is because it is a bunch of corporate people in a convention center, that they not only had a bar at the pool, but they also had a bar around, like, I think there might have been 2, but I know for sure there was one, a bar right by the like water area, and there's a cool seating area outside the old main lobby. And you could just walk up to that bar and order. And there was always corporate people sitting there drinking with their computers up, looking at you.
Right.
Oh, look, there you go.
Excuse me. So you can see that there's a bus stop here at the main area. and 3 more, 1 in each sections: cabanas, ranchos, and casillas. And so if you are planning to use the bus, you do have to kind of walk to your bus stop in the area.
So we stayed in the casillas, I believe.
Okay.
That's where it's closest to the old lobby, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we stayed there, and it was closer for us to just walk to the lobby and get on the bus out front.
Yep. I get that. So here's the convention center. Here's the new check-in area. Grandisino Tower. And then around you go. And there you can see all the pools. There's a pool here and here, over here, one right here, and then a tiny one right here. So there's plenty of pools, but I know some people do not like the fact that there's multiple bus stops. If that is something that's important to you, make sure and request a room close to the bus stop, which is more than likely going to be a preferred room.
Well, the rooms over by the other bus stops aren't preferred. The preferred are the ones by the lobbies.
Okay, so this is going to be more your preferred. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that was the first one. The second one I've got up. Let's see. I don't know what order these are in, so you'll find out along with me. Looks like the next one is the cabins at Fort Wilderness. There is no map for this one because they are part of the Fort Wilderness Resort. So if you did not know, these are very similar to a DVC resort because it does have a kitchen in it. It's out at the Wilderness.
And they hold like, what, 8 people?
Yeah, they hold up to 8. Scroll through. So this is what the cabins look like. To me, they look like a mobile home.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, the cabin kind of thing isn't for everyone.
Yeah.
And for me, like, though I really think Fort Wilderness Lodge is beautiful, I really like the feel of it. When I'm at Disney, I don't really want to stay there per se because I'm from the mountains.
Right.
I see cabins.
Right.
So it's really like, it takes a certain person that wants to be in a cabin, not in the woods. Well, I mean, you're in the woods, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, I want to be in a cabin when I go up the mountains, not when I go to Florida.
Right.
So I think some people, that doesn't matter to them. They just want to be in a cabin.
Yep.
And that's why they have different tastes for
different
strokes for different folks.
That's right.
So I have seen videos of the insides, and they look pretty nice. They look cabinish.
Yeah.
If you have a big party, it's actually ideal.
Yeah, agreed. You can see it's got a nice big deck. It's got its own little picnic table, and it has a grill. Some of the grills are up on the deck. Some of them are like down on the ground. Keeps going. This is Pioneer Hall, which is the lobby. Here's some pictures of the interior. You can see it's got a refrigerator. It's got, I think it's a 2-burner. Does it tell me? So yeah, it's a 2-burner cooktop. And then it's got toaster, microwave, coffee pot, all that fun stuff. And here's kind of a layout of it. You've got bunk beds over here, a bed over here, and a TV over here, bathroom, the kitchen area, table with chairs and a bench, the bed that folds out, and then another TV. And it'll hold 6. I thought it was 8 too, but apparently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh. Yeah.
And so you can see it's a queen bed and a couple bunk beds, a smaller TV and a closet. Here's the bathroom.
Yeah, so it's very, in the nicest way of saying it, rustic looking.
Yeah, rustic is a very good word.
Yeah.
It is dog friendly, and they do have dog friendly option. It is a $50 fee per night, and up to 2 dogs. So just be
they
aware.
also have the campgrounds there, and that one's like not in a bucket of value, moderate, or deluxe. But the campgrounds, last time I checked, were $50 a night. It may have gone up since then. I think she's probably looking it up.
I was typing, sorry. So here's the big resort pool. It's the Meadow Swimming Pool. There's lots of playgrounds, restaurant, Trails Inn, which is temporarily closed. Obviously there's some things that are closed right now. One of the things you can do that I think is really interesting at the cabins, which is part of the fort, is renting a golf cart and taking golf carts around the resort area, especially during the holidays, because they decorate for, like, the different campsites will decorate. So here's another view of one of the cabins. You can see it's got 2 doors. It's got a door into the main area here, and it's got a door over here into the living area.
And remember, like, being in a cabin, you're not going to have walls next to you where you can hear other people.
Right.
Like, it's not going to be staying at like any of the other resorts. Well, I mean, they have other places like bungalows and things like that at other resorts, but they're all extremely pricey. Whereas this is a moderate resort pricing for a party of 6.
Right.
So if you like that exclusion, then this is probably for you. If you like to have the grand lobbies and like the hustle and bustle and all the different restaurants that are just right there, really close, then this isn't for you. If you're okay with driving somewhere, or taking a little bus, or driving a golf cart somewhere, then this would be a good choice.
Yeah. You can see this is the couch folded out into a bed. You can see it's got a very, very thin mattress. This would not be comfortable to me. I slept on these before growing up. They're very thin, not very comfortable. But if you are wanting to split, if you and maybe like grandma and grandpa wanted to stay, or you were going to split something with a friend or something, and so one of you didn't mind sleeping on that type of bed, it would be a good way to save a little bit of money, because you could split it per night, and then you have the option to cook some of your meals, and it would be a little cheaper than a villa. So just kind of scrolling through some of these you've already seen, and you can sit there how they're numbered. Right up here is where the plugins are for your electric golf carts or your electric cars. And just some more pictures of the interior. I think I've went through all those already. So they do have some walkthroughs. The dining options. And this is here's kind of a commuting time to the parks. By boat, it's 16 minutes. By bus, it's 17, and almost 40 minutes by your personal automobile to Magic Kingdom. I mean, it's kind of almost more centrally located than some of the other ones.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is across the water from Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
So, yeah. At least you have like the ferry boat or bus option.
Right.
Where Coronado Springs, you only have bus option. And
right.
Ubers, things like that.
Exactly. All right. Next up on our list of resorts, we're going to the Caribbean Beach.
So this is one that we were trying to decide between this one and Coronado Springs when we went. And ultimately we picked Coronado Springs because it wasn't as far spread out, which is weird because Coronado Springs feels very spread out. It feels like it takes forever to walk around it. And this one is This one's a really good theme. I really love the beach theme to it. And now it is on the Skyliner. So you have more than just the bus option. You have the Skyliner for Epcot and Hollywood Studios.
Here's Barefoot Bay. That's really pretty sunset pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And here is
the lobby. It's a long walk.
Yeah, here's some standard rooms at the Caribbean beach. Again, you've got the barn door style.
And this one, they have some princess themed rooms too. Or is it pirate? It's
pirate.
Pirate themed. Yeah.
Here's for the pirate. Something that I have been told about the pirate rooms is that the beds are shorter and they are very, very thin.
The doubles.
Well, the mattress is just a little bit thicker than a child's crib mattress.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they're double beds instead of
right
beds.
Well, and so it's great if you have kids who are really into pirates, and if you've got a teenager that's willing to stay in a room with them, and you can get a different room. But they are also one of the farthest rooms away, and currently the quick service that is near them isn't open. So you'd have to walk all the way across the resort to get something to eat. So that to me isn't very conducive. So you can see it's pretty much the same layout as the other rooms: beds, chair and table, TV, bathroom. And here's the Banana Cabana pool bar is adjacent to the pool. And here's some of the quiet pools.
They recently redid their lobby area, and it looks way nicer than it did before. For a while, they had a ton of construction on, and all the dining was outside in tents.
Yes, I remember that. I'm sure that's what this video is about, how construction is affecting Caribbean Beach.
Yeah. I like him. He's funny.
And so here's some photos.
I like Angela Dahlgren, too. I follow her on TikTok.
Oh, it looks like they have a freestyle machine.
Oh, that's nice.
I like that. If you guys have never used a freestyle machine, it is by Coke. And it's got hundreds of different flavor combinations and whatnot in it. You see them at Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's. Gift shop, pool, bathroom. You got kind of like a little ledge seating area here. I'm gonna bet that pulls down.
It is a pull down bed. Those rooms can hold up to 5. So it's a good choice for families that have 3 kids.
And there it is with the bed pulled out. You can see that it doesn't have the best mattress. So maybe buy your kid an extra Dole Whip. Table and chairs, the playground on the beach, pool, walkway. And here's up close of the pirate room. Man, that's a dated photo.
That is a dated photo.
That's so funny. And the beds are cool, don't get me wrong, but they look small. I mean, they look shorter than a normal double bed.
I don't know. I just know that they are doubles. They're not queens.
You can see that there is beach, and I believe that some of the trees even have hammocks that you can lay in and relax. Walkways. Hello resort. More walkways. Yeah, you can see there's some hammocks in the trees and some lounger chairs there on the beach. Obviously, this is an older photo as well because you can go straight into the water off the beach.
Yeah, you can't go into any of the waterways now.
Yeah.
They have a fence up through all of them, even where the beach is, because of gators.
Yes.
And any kind of pathogens that are in the water.
Yes. All right. Okay, so there are the photos. You're just about through them all for this resort. And then we will go on to the map of the resort.
Oh, we probably need to add DVC resorts to our list because they're not bracketed in with deluxe and stuff.
Okay, hold on. Where's my paper? That'll be on my channel then.
Yeah.
Okay. When was that? Okay.
There's several of those.
All right.
Because isn't the Riviera DVC resort?
Yes.
I thought so.
Share. Come on. And here is the map. Sorry, it's kind of blurry. Not a great photo. But here are the different areas: Aruba, Jamaica, Trinidad,
Mama.
Montego. Baby, why don't we go? So did you know that John Stamos is actually in that music video?
Is he?
He plays the drums.
Look it up and just mute it so we don't get copyright.
He is. He's in it. He was in full. It was while he was in Full House.
Awesome. He's so pretty, even now.
He's so pretty.
He's so pretty.
But you can see that this one also has your main lobby is right here. So here's the main lobby bus. You've got multiple bus stops around the resort. So
he also looks like he just smells really good.
John Stamos, if you're watching, you smell pretty.
Hit me up, man.
He's got a kid.
And he married?
Yes. And a kid. And a massive Disney collection.
Hit me up.
We want to come tour your house.
Yeah.
So here's the map you can see. And the Skyliner does run through here. Right?
Yes, the Skyliner does stop at that resort.
I don't know. This is an older photo, so you can't really tell where that one is.
Do you want me to see if I can find a newer one, or you can?
I got it.
Okay.
If I could think, I was typing John Stamos.
I'm gonna go look it up now. I can't look it up on that computer because that's my work computer. I'm like, if I do that, and then all of a sudden they'll be watching what I do every day.
Okay. Turn dead south. I'm working on it, y'all.
While she's looking, did anyone watch Loki today? I watched it. My son came down and was like, have you watched Loki yet? I was like, no, don't tell me. And then I tried to watch it, and he kept coming over here asking me questions. I was like, do you realize I'm trying to watch this? You're the one that told me to go watch it.
Mom, why am I not finding it?
Can we look?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Hold on. I found it.
Okay.
I was looking for a resort map, like resort map. But that is not what I found. This is
I had to take my ears off. They were giving me a bigger headache than I already had. And it's funny because those ears are really light. They don't usually give me a headache. Oh.
okay. This isn't Chrome tab. All right, this is from the WDWinfo.com. So you can see. So here is the resort. So you can see that it's kind of right here on the edge of, like, in the middle here.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, don't start. We've still got like Have lots of half an hour, don't start. Oh, all right. So those are the current moderate resorts that are currently open for you to book at Walt Disney World. So, like we said, there's two more. They're Port Orleans Riverside and Port Orleans
French Quarter.
Yeah, thank you.
And those were renamed because they used to have
Dixie Landing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very like not immigration, but like, you know, Dixie's not a good word because of slavery. So they changed it. And they changed the theming slightly, very little. So French Quarter does not have a table service restaurants. All the other, not all the others, because obviously Wilderness Lodge Cabins doesn't, but the other resorts, the moderate resorts, Coronado Springs and Caribbean Beach, they have a table service restaurant. French Quarter does not. They have a quick service only.
So as you can see, they have kind of this, you can tell that they tried to make their bed and took the photo. I do like the design, like they really tried hard to make it look like these are down in the French Quarter architecture.
Yeah, and if you get a corner room, ask for a corner room because you get windows on both sides like that right there. And this section, I think it's actually the other one that has the princess rooms. It's not the French Quarter, but the French Quarter is very compact. It's very like small area. You're close to everything. You got a lot of walking streets. The pool's really cool looking. It's definitely a place my kids were excited to stay at, and then we changed the reservations.
It's very, very Mardi Gras themed.
Yes, it is.
They do have, and I'm sure that we're going to get into some pictures and stuff like we have. Here we go.
Oh yeah, in all of these resorts, except for the cabins, they have a fitness center and laundry room. Cabins with a laundry room.
So here are some pictures in the lobby, laundry room, playground, the pool. It's made to look like you are in the French Quarter. Mm-hmm. Beautiful fountain. If you are looking for a spot when it's open to take family photos with like a photographer, the French Quarter has got some beautiful scenery and backdrops to do so.
And you have boat service from these resorts to
Disney Springs.
Disney Springs, yeah.
And you can see the little gators play. They're part of the the Mardi Gras band, where you will drink a margarita at Mardi Gras. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so everything else though would be bus. So the parks would be bus, and you could do boat service to Disney Springs.
Oh, I'm disappointed that they don't have more pictures of the dining area. The dining area actually has big Mardi Gras decor from New Orleans that they have bought from crew parades. So it's one of the French Quarter resorts are two of the two smallest moderate resorts, and I really think that's why we haven't seen them reopen quite yet.
Yeah.
Simply because what's the point in opening your two smallest resorts? So
our next one is our Bayou Girl.
Hold on, we've got a map. So here's French Quarter's map. As you know, it's a really small resort.
Yeah, so no matter if you're staying in a standard room, it's still close. Like if you just want to be right up on the pool, then say preferred, or right up on the lobby, say preferred, but it's not a long walk from anywhere there.
And there's a lot of people like these two resorts simply because it's a moderate, but there's not multiple bus stops.
And also, like I said, there's not a sit down dining here. It's just quick service. You have to go over to Riverside to get the sit down dining.
And you can see that you'll be able to take a walking path or a boat over to our final moderate resort.
So Riverside has princess themed rooms. They're kind of like the pirate rooms, and I think they're in that section right there, like the white building. If I remember correctly, that's where the princess themed rooms are.
Oh, you mean this one?
That's a pull down. So these rooms also hold up to 5 people.
Yep. The alligator Bayou has a trundle bed for an extra child at no additional charge. So if you've got, kids that maybe they won't share a bed well, this would be a good one so that the kids can have their own little beds. This is the royal room at Port Orleans. I'm sure we'll get a close up of that when we get down. These are dog friendly as well at Riverside. So that if you're looking for a dog-friendly resort, this is another one to kind of consider.
Riverside is slightly more spread out than French Quarter. And I believe, I could be wrong, but there's different sections. I believe one of the sections is indoor access, but no balcony.
The dining options are Boat Rights Hall and Riverside Mill Food Court. So you have both sit down and quick service. There's a lounge. There's poolside drinks. Here's some of the pools, some of the food. We'll get
you
down.
You can really see that there's a bar at the pool, the main pool at least.
Get down. Here we go. So here, I just think some of the buildings are beautiful.
That one is. Okay, that's the one that I thought was inside, but it's not. I see the outside doors.
So.
But it is. They are really.
Again, you've got some beautiful outdoor scenery, and that would just make a beautiful photo spot. Or if you're staying there and you've got a little girl who's dressing up like Tiana, it would make like a perfect little photo spot before like a party or before you're going into the theme parks, and get some fun pictures at this resort. Again, beautiful decor, beautiful buildings. And this is the main dining area, and it is a working water wheel, so it does run. The pools are relatively small for a moderate resort, but the resorts themselves are small. So it's not like you have this huge resort with a huge resort with a small
location where you get the baguettes that everybody's obsessed with.
Beignets,
yeah.
Yes. Normally, and I think it's this one as well, that they do a beignet run, and it's like $15, and it's like it's not a 5K. It's a short run. They do it on Sundays, but you get beignets afterwards, and they have boozy beignets when you can pick what kind of boozy you want in your beignets.
All sorts of boozy.
All sorts of boozy. Just absolutely beautiful resorts. And again, you've got laundry service.
All the areas pretty much look the same.
And so this is obviously taken during the holidays. You can see it's got Christmas decor. It reminds me of the White House.
It's very stately looking, yes.
It is very stately looking. And this is Yeehaw Bob. He used to be one of the entertainers at the lounge. Unfortunately, he was one of the cast members who has been laid off, but if you want to hear him perform, he does have his own Facebook page, and he does live streams. You can PayPal him requests, and it's kind of his side gig right now while he's waiting on his call back to go to Disney. So if you're looking for some family fun entertainment, you want to support a cast member, you can find Yeehaw Bob on Facebook. And why don't I just find that on Facebook will look for you. It's under Bob Jackson. So I will link that here in the chat. If you want some family fun, go check out and support a cast member. Super funny. All right, so I'm going to find a better map that maybe won't be so pixelated. Okay, here's a good one. This is yourfirstvisit.net. It's a great source of information as well. But they have this is a review of the royal rooms. So this is the royal rooms, and these actually light up. You can push a button and like they have fireworks. There's a letter from Tiana. Here's the fireworks lit up. It's a firefly show because it's obviously Tiana. There's like busts of the princesses and princes. And there's supposed to be like little hidden things like in the room. Like this is carpet from Magic Carpet. This is supposed to be the little footstool from Beauty and the Beast. You've got the princesses on the wall. The fixtures on the sink are supposed to be from Aladdin as well. It's a very large room. Here's Cinderella. So it's a really, really nice room. And then here is another map. So here is where the royal rooms are and compared to the resort.
I heard that too, Randy.
I have not watched it yet. I need to. I have sent him some PayPal to help support, but I have not actually watched the show yet. All right, so let's screen share. Not video. What's going on here? Chrome. All right. Here we go. So here is Riverside. So you can see, like, I almost called you. I don't know what I called you. What? Like Christy said, it's a pretty spread out resort. So here is the West Depot. There's obviously multiple stops. Here's the pool is here kind of on a little island, the main pool. And then there's the smaller pools in each of the little sections. And here is the main area with check-in and all of the food. So if you are out here, out in the boonies and Alligator Bayou, you've got a little bit of a walk to go eat. Mm-hmm. So that is something to consider with Riverside. And so as you can see, going this way, you're going to go to the French Quarter.
I've got my hair in my face. So that's all of the moderate resorts. Does anyone have any questions? We're taking questions.
Does anyone have any experiences that they've had at the resorts that they would like to share with us tonight? Did you have a good experience? Did you have a bad experience? Was the pillows too hard? Did the princesses come in and
on those beds?
This was funny. It happened at Pop. We walked in, and I don't know what happened. We walked into the room, and we had 8 pillows.
Yeah.
4 more on each bed. But this was like on top of the pillows that we already had. Like they were just laying on the bed. Like housekeeping had brought them by, and I went.
They probably got a request from somebody and thought it was you guys.
Yeah, it was probably the wrong room, but it was so funny. I went, did you ask for extra pillows? And Sam went, no, did you? I'm like, obviously, if I'm asking you, I didn't do it. It was so funny. So we said, oh, I hope we don't have any room service bills. We don't know about who's staying in our room that needs extra pillows. So.
What's funny is they put 4 pillows on each bed, and I'm like, that's a little overkill. But then they usually have an extra pillow in the cabinet.
Yep. I used 4 pillows. I used 4 pillows, so I was happy.
I use like 2 or 3, but I use 2 small ones. So
I use big ones.
Yeah. I like to put a pillow between my knees.
All right. So, Christy, why don't you tell us what's coming up for you in Christy's Corner?
I release a video every Monday and Friday. So Friday will be a video. And I do shorts all the rest of the time. So I just have some unboxings, some vlogs, some collabs. And then on next Wednesday will be Deluxe Resorts on my channel. Mm-hmm. And then on next Thursday, we're skipping Magical Makeup this Thursday because we did it Tuesday. So next Thursday is Magical Makeup at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then are we doing Castle Chat next Friday?
Well, I don't know. Something that you may have noticed. Castle Chat is, if you saw my thumbnail, Castle Chat is now myself and Christy and Sammy of Just Sammy Things, Kat of Perfectly Cat, and Alicia from Cinderella Loves Disney. Both had some other commitments that they had to prioritize, and we understand. We wish them well and know that they are welcome anytime that they want to come and hang out with us.
I have Mickey's Magic for Castle Chat next week on Friday.
Ooh.
As long as she's still in for it, we will do it. If she's not, I'm going to cancel it for next week because I'm just not feeling much of anything lately. So I'm pretty scarce right now.
Yeah, you're lucky she came to hang out with me tonight.
Well, I wasn't going to miss it considering we just started it. So yeah, I may, if she's forgotten about it or whatever, I'll cancel it. And then Magical Makeup, next week's theme is Alice in Wonderland. And it looks like we've got a guest. So if I might cancel that one too. I don't know. Unless she still wants to do it.
Right. It's summertime, so as always, live streams are sometimes subject to change with everything that's going on in the summer months.
Yep.
So,
and I've got a trip planned. I will be at Universal and Disney. I'll be at Disney for the 50th on October 1st.
So be looking for some fun stuff coming that way.
I can't wait.
I know, I'm excited. So coming up on my channel is tomorrow night is going to be Castle Chat on here on my channel again. We are having Lindsay of Oodle Lolly Disney Fun and Disney Crafts and Fun. She is a brand new channel. She actually uploaded her very first video today. So if you go to my channel, you go to upcoming lives, find tomorrow's, go go check out her video. I think she was at 6 subscribers earlier when I watched her video. She did a great job, and she's got a special guest at the end, so definitely go check out her video. She will be on tomorrow, and can't wait to get to know her a little bit better, her and her channel. Coming up, video-wise, we've got a ton of content coming up. We've done several day trips to Branson that haven't even gone up yet. We've got a trip for the 4th of July coming up for Branson. In August, I'm attending the Branson YouTubers meetup. Christy, you should drive up from Tennessee and come to the meetup.
How far away is that?
I don't know. Let me look.
When is it?
It's the last weekend in August.
I'd have to look. I know Robbie's going to take he's taking a camping trip by himself sometime around that time. I'm not sure when though.
It is 7 hours and 15 minutes.
Woo!
From Nashville to Branson. I guarantee you're driving farther to Orlando.
Well, yeah, it's like 12 hours.
You live actually, Branson is in the middle for us. So we could go to Branson and do a girls trip.
A girls trip to Branson?
That's right. So you
can cover my mouth with my braid.
I see your braid. You're muffling.
So I can cover my mouth with my braid.
But I'm going to the Branson YouTubers meetup the end of August. In September, I am going to Cropping in the Kingdom, which is put on by Crop Circles and the Scrapbook Barn. I haven't really been to a scrapbook crop in quite a while, so that's going to be fun. I'm trying to decide what to take. And funny enough, when we were at Stone Castle Resort in Branson this past weekend, there was a scrapbook crop going on. Literally, Sam went, I think there's scrapbooking in there. Oh, I had no shame. I was like, what are you guys doing? Are you scrapbooking in here? They do 6 crops a year in Branson. I'm like, how do I not know this? So I'm going to be attending some of those next year.
Randy said that whole video was well done, Lena. Ryan enjoyed it.
I'm glad Ryan enjoyed it. I am so sorry, Randy. I am so sorry.
That was funny.
Okay, you'll laugh. There we go. And there we go. So there you go, Randy. I am publicly apologizing to you with the banner. So I've got that trip coming up, and I will be staying at a deluxe resort. I'll be at the Contemporary in a Garden Wing Standard View room, so that'll be fun. And then I literally come back, and then in December we have our 2 cruises, our stays in Cape Canaveral. They've got it looks like there's some fun putt golf courses that are like a 5-minute drive from our hotel. So I'm going to be in an Uber for the first time in my life. I'm this much terrified, not gonna lie.
That's not bad. I've only been in one once, but it was fine. A guy talked to us the whole time.
I'm glad that Sam's going, because he might say that I'm not gonna die or anything with Sam along. So and just one of the things that's going to be changing in 2022 is that we have so much content going up that we're actually going to be going to a 3-day dedicated upload. It's going to be Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Otherwise, I'll never get all the videos up. There's just no way. So I have to,
like some that have been sitting out there for 2 years. Like the vlogs have been there since 2018, so I may look a little different.
Right? So, I wouldn't be so worried about it, but the Mardi Gras is such a new ship. I want to get it out as quick as I possibly can. So Sam's like, at this point, you're going to be a daily vlogger. And I'm like, We did Lyft and Uber. Lyft was cheaper, and we got a nice first-time user code with Lyft when we signed up in Orlando. That is, but maybe check with that. Yeah, definitely. I know that I've got a code from Delta for 50% off of my first Lyft with their code. So a 5-minute drive shouldn't be that expensive. No. I just really don't want to walk in Port Canaveral.
And sometimes you can get coupons on Groupon for Lyft and Uber.
So that is kind of what's coming up on our end. We're excited. We want to say thank you to everyone who came to hang out with us. We know that it doesn't matter what time we stream, whether it's in the morning, whether it's in the evening, whether it's upside down on our heads. We know that there's so many people who are live streaming all at the same time, and we really appreciate those who come in and hang out with us and chat with us, even coming in just to click the like button to show your support. We want you to know that we really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with us. We will see you back here tomorrow night for Castle Chat. It is at 8:30 Eastern Time. It's a half an hour later this week because our guest is in California and she just gets off work right at our normal stream time. So she just requested a little bit of extra time to get home, which was no problem. So we will see you tomorrow night. And have a